2007年度第2回実用英語技能検定準1級一次試験リスニングテスト。英語による指示文は2007年度第1回検定と同じですので、ここでは割愛してあります。では始めます。
Part 1 Number 1
Susan, can I talk to you? I need your advice.
Sure, Mike. Go ahead.
Well, it's my sister. She's just started college, and she's gotten a bar job to help her pay her way. I've heard it's in a rough neighborhood.
And you want her to quit?
I'm certainly worried about her, but I don't think she'll listen to me. Could you come with me to check out the bar and maybe have a talk with her?
If you think I can help, sure. Question. What does the woman agree to do? Number 2. Bob, now that you've got a full-time job in town, we've got to do something about the chores here on the farm. There's too much work for one person.
Well, we can't afford to get a helper at this stage.
Exactly. So I'd like to reduce the number of animals we have, starting with the horses. It would save us a bundle of time and money.
I think there's a better way. I could do most of the heavy work on my days off.
That's just not going to cut it. We've got to be more realistic about what we can handle. Question. What does the woman want to do?
Number 3. Hi, Mrs. Sanchez. This is Craig from the car repair shop.
Hi, Craig. I hope you're on your way to look at my car.
Yes, I should be there in about 10 minutes, but I wanted to ask you to start the engine now so it's running when I get there.
Oh, but I can't leave the house right now.
Doesn't matter. I don't want you to drive anywhere. If you just let the engine run for a few minutes, it'll be easier for me to figure out what's wrong with it.
Okay, I'll do it right now. See you in a few minutes.
Question. What is Mrs. Sanchez going to do next? Number 4.
What did you think of the film?
Let's just say that it doesn't deserve the rave reviews it got in the paper this weekend.
You can say that again. The only thing worse than the acting was the utter simplicity of the storyline.
I wonder if the movie critics saw the same film we did. We should have spent the afternoon at the beach. Question. What do the man and woman think about the film?
Number 5. Dad, it's my new roommate's birthday next week. I want to get her a present, but I don't know what to buy. I hardly know her.
Well, what about a voucher for a bookshop or a music store?
That seems a little impersonal. It's almost like giving her cash.
In that case, why not treat her at that new Italian restaurant? You know, the one around the corner from your apartment?
Great idea. And that way, I can get to know her better over dinner.
It shouldn't be beyond your budget either.
Question. What will the woman probably do? Number 6.
Hi, Samantha. Welcome back.
Hi, Jack. Thanks. How's work been?
Pretty busy as always. So tell me, how's married life?
Well, the honeymoon was great. But now I'm adjusting to living with another person. Plus, we moved into a new house. The whole situation is quite a change.
I remember going through a similar thing. It takes a while to get used to it.
Well, I hope things settle down soon. Question. What do we learn about the woman?
Number 7. Excuse me, I placed an order for a book 2 weeks ago, and I was wondering if it's come in yet. My name is Frank Anderson.
Just a moment, I'll check. I'm afraid it's not in yet, Mr. Anderson.
I only ordered the book because I was told it would be here within 2 weeks.
I'm really sorry, sir. There seems to be a delay at the supplier.
You know, a simple phone call would have been nice. I could have tried somewhere else. Now I'm left with nothing for my wife's birthday. Question. Why is the man annoyed? Number 8.
When was the last time you played a round of golf, Peter?
It's been a long time, Denise. Is it that obvious?
Well, after that shot, yes. Actually, I've been taking lessons at the practice range with a local pro. If you want, I can give you a few tips.
That would be great. I could use some help with my swing. Question. What is the woman going to do?
Number 9. I think that we're going to be so happy in this house. I hope the movers get here soon. I can't wait to unpack everything.
Oh, they just called and said they're running late. They should be here around 4.
2 more hours? That means I'll have to deal with the movers by myself while you're picking up the children from school.
Well, hang on a minute. Maybe I can get the kids out of school early.
Great idea. I don't think I can handle everything otherwise. Question. What did the woman want to avoid? Number 10. Hey, John, did you hear whether Stacy got the job or not? I haven't seen her for a while.
I had lunch with her yesterday. Apparently, the company offered her the job, but she turned them down.
You're kidding. She seemed really interested when I last spoke to her.
I know, but after the interview, she reconsidered and decided she's better off where she is now.
Well, I did wonder why she wanted to change jobs in the first place. Question. What do we learn about Stacy?
Number 11.
What are you doing this weekend, Kevin?
I'm going fishing with my dad. Every few months, we rent a cottage in the mountains.
It doesn't sound like you're looking forward to it.
Actually, I can hardly wait. I've just been so busy trying to get my report done. I haven't had much time to think about it.
I've never been fishing. It sounds like fun.
I'd invite you, but my dad wouldn't be happy. He wants just the 2 of us to spend the weekend together. Question. How does Kevin feel about the trip? Number 12. Karen, your project was due yesterday. Why are you turning it in now?
I'm really sorry, Professor Little. My roommate spilled coffee all over my desk, and I had to redo everything.
I'm sorry too, Karen. This is the 3rd time it's happened, and that sort of excuse is really not acceptable.
Are you saying that you won't even look at my work?
No, but you should have talked to me yesterday if there was a problem. I'll accept your project, but I'm going to drop you a full grade. Question. Why is the professor angry?
Part 2. A. A new urban sport. First, there was skateboarding, then inline skating. Now parkour is becoming the latest extreme sport for urban youth. It's a kind of outdoor gymnastics in which participants explore new and often dangerous ways through the city, defying gravity as they climb walls, run over roofs, and jump from building to building. The sport, which started in the suburbs of Paris, took its name from the French word for obstacle course. Parkour's founder, David Bell, belonged to a group called the Yamakasi. They were featured in a movie in which the athletes are shown as modern-day samurai. The James Bond film Casino Royale also included parkour scenes. As a result, interest in this sport has increased. Participants see parkour as not so much a series of spectacular stunts, but more of a route to personal growth. One said, "You become more in tune with your surroundings. You become more aware of your own body."
Questions. Number 13. What has helped parkour gain popularity? Number 14. What do parkour participants say about their sport? B. Naps, helpful or harmful? Recent sleep studies have looked at the health effects of a short nap in the early afternoon. Studies in Greece have shown that men who nap for 30 minutes 3 times a week are 37% less likely to die from heart problems. Scientists believe naps are beneficial because they reduce stress, heart disease, and fatigue. Many people who feel sleepy in the afternoon turn to caffeine for an energy boost. Caffeine, though, prevents the body from getting the rest it needs, so it actually increases stress levels. Naps, however, provide both rest and energy, reducing stress on the body and the brain. Anyone can benefit from a nap as long as they follow 2 important rules. Nap only during the early afternoon so as not to affect night sleep, and rest no longer than 1 hour. More than that will leave you feeling drowsy.
Questions. Number 15. What do scientists say about short afternoon naps? Number 16. What does the speaker say people who nap should avoid doing? C. Flights of the future? Singapore Airlines wants to increase passenger capacity by modernizing its fleet. Describing priorities for new aircraft, one top executive explains, "We were looking for something that would be more cost-efficient while having the same range and larger capacity." For Singapore Airlines, the answer lies in the Airbus A380, a massive aircraft seating up to 555 passengers, considerably more than any other commercial aircraft today, and the first of the so-called super jumbo jets. However, this latest generation of planes has encountered more than a few bumps on its way to setting a new standard in air travel. In particular, the incredible size of the super jumbos has required costly upgrades at many airports, from longer runways to modified boarding facilities. This has cut deeply into the cost efficiency that these new aircraft initially promised.
Questions. Number 17. Why is Singapore Airlines interested in purchasing the new planes? Number 18. What is one difficulty caused by the new super jumbo jets? D. The Queen of Crime. Many successful authors rely heavily on their own personal experiences in their stories. Agatha Christie, the famous British crime writer, was no different. During World War I, Christie worked as a nurse, where she gained extensive knowledge of poisons and medicines. She would later be able to put this knowledge to good use in her novels. In 1930, she married archaeologist Max Mallowan and accompanied him on his trips to Iraq and Syria. Christie was responsible for photographing, cleaning, and labeling the pottery finds. In her free time, she started writing crime novels. Christie developed a great love for the countries in which she lived, even though life was often hard. In her memoirs, Christie says that her sense of humor and ability not to take things too seriously allowed her to cope with challenging living conditions and demanding work.
Questions. Number 19. What helped Agatha Christie write her crime novels? Number 20. What allowed Agatha Christie to live under difficult conditions? E. Winter sports in Iran. Few foreigners visit Iran to ski, but the number is beginning to increase for several reasons. To begin with, Iran has around 20 ski resorts. The biggest resort, Dizin, has superb snow and is only a 90-minute drive from the capital, Tehran. Cost is another plus. Lift ticket prices are a tenth of those in Japan or Europe, and accommodation and transportation offer similar savings. Foreign skiers can also enjoy the local food and culture. Of course, foreign visitors need to be aware of cultural differences in this largely traditional Muslim society. This is particularly the case for women, who should always cover their heads. Despite the attractions, Iran's skiing industry is facing a number of hurdles. Several runs have become heavily congested, especially on weekends, and many resorts need to upgrade their equipment. However, with serious investment, Iran could become a top international winter sports destination.
Questions. Number 21. What is one thing we learn from the passage? Number 22. What are foreign tourists advised to do? F. Butterfly research. Plant hybrids are common, but scientists know that for animals, such natural mixing is rarely found in nature. One such unusual case is the H. Eurippa butterfly, which is found in Mexico and South America. Scientists have long believed that the Eurippa is the result of the natural mixing of two other butterfly species. This theory has been supported by recent research in Panama City. Researchers successfully produced a hybrid butterfly by repeatedly mating the two butterfly species together. They discovered that their laboratory-created butterfly was nearly identical to the Eurippa butterfly found in the wild. Most animal hybrids found in nature are unable to reproduce. Indeed, at first the Panama researchers could not produce a female hybrid that could breed. Nevertheless, after numerous attempts, they were able to develop males and females that could reproduce successfully.
Questions. Number 23. What does recent research in Panama City suggest? Number 24. What difficulty did the researchers have at first? Part 3.
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
Welcome to the hotel's activity hotline. For early risers, we have a half-day hike up a nearby mountain, which includes panoramic views of the island and a visit to a local temple. You can finish the tour there or make it a full-day trip by joining our afternoon trek through the rainforest. There is also a very popular afternoon snorkeling trip. The last option is an all-day tour of the island's cultural sites, which includes a picnic lunch on the beach and finishes with a sunset dinner. This one sells out fast, so book now.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26.
I'm really sorry to hear about your car. Could you complete this accident report form detailing the damage to your vehicle? Then take it to the mall security office at the south entrance. You'll see a gray door to the right of the shoe store. They'll need your driver's license, car registration, and insurance papers. Mall security will then go with you to inspect your car. If the damage is serious, they'll call the police. Otherwise, they'll stamp your report form and you can submit it to your insurance company when you report the incident.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27.
Hi, this is Tina. I just got an assignment today in my Japanese class, so I'm hoping you could help me this weekend. Let me know tonight whether or not you can help. If you can't, then I'll have to ask someone else for help. And my cell phone's not working today, so just confirm by email. By the way, I sent a birthday card to my old Japanese teacher today. I wish you could have checked the Japanese for me, but I needed to send it right away. Anyway, let's have dinner at Asian Express soon.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28.
Attention passengers. Would Tom Bell and Ellen Granger please go to Gate 5 immediately? This is the final boarding call. 8-year-old Jim Thomas is waiting for his parents to pick him up at the security office on the second floor. Passengers David Barnes and Chris Green, your boarding passes are being held at the customer information counter on the first floor. Please collect them immediately. May we remind all passengers that they need to complete check-in procedures at least 2 hours before their scheduled departure time. Thank you for your cooperation.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29.
Dr. Jones, it's Pat here. It's 11 a.m. I've been ringing you on and off for a couple of hours at home and on your cell. Please contact me as soon as you get this, regardless of when you get in. There was a terrible case of food poisoning last night, and people have been arriving all morning. We're really short-staffed and desperately need more help. Dr. Porter will be in at 11:30. And he asked for you to help out until 6 this evening when Dr. Shirley comes in. I know you're off today, but this is a nightmare. I hope you get this soon.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
Your time is up. Stop writing and wait quietly until the answer sheets have been collected.